Kantara, the Legend, is a phenomenal film. It is speaking about something very basic and predominant in nature, but it is also talking about civilization, it is talking about different communities, it is talking about casteism, and a lot of things that get along with it. Let's break down the entire film into 5 major points to decide whether you can watch it in theaters or not. The first one, the casting. The casting of the film is phenomenal, and Rishabh Shetty, as always, delivers better than what is expected. Every moment that you see him on the screen, there is an aura that cannot be just ignored. You will always see him stand alone in the film, no matter who the supporting characters are. But in my perspective, the favorite character of this film for me is Rukmini Vasant's character, and that is Kanakavati. Because the turn that it takes after the interval is something which is not quite understood by people or not quite expected. And that turns out to be one of the best things about the film. I wouldn't give spoilers about it, but I think you should definitely figure it out. The second part is the not translation of the original language. There are certain scenes where whenever the Deva speaks or whenever the god speaks through anybody who is possessed, he speaks only in Tulu. It is a very phenomenal change that they have brought into Indian cinema, and people are habitual of looking at the subtitles as we do on Netflix, so we continue to read the subtitles for the same. But this creates an impact because the language, the pronunciation, and the way that the Daiva speaks is very much necessary to be in the original matter, which is in Tulu for the language. The third part is the setting and the costumes of all of them. Everybody is given so much of detail is what was expected out of the film, but actually it is not. Here, it is somewhere that there is a disadvantage. The character of Gunashekhar and then of Rajashekhar and all of the characters, at least in the translation of Hindi and the setting, somewhere fall back. Because there are words which are used like kya yaar, and I don't think anybody, which is a civilization 1,000 years ago, would have used the word yaar. It makes it quite informal and just throws you off the script, which is so dense and deep. Same as with the setting. The setting is quite great in the jungles, but when you speak about the civilization, it is the same thing. A little more detail to attention here would have created a larger impact. The next thing is the script. The script is entirely based on so many levels, but the one level where it completely fails is comedy. There is unnecessary comedy which is explained. Rather, it would have been great if they were started with the story of Shiva and Parvati and how Madhuban was created or how Kadamba was created. What is the story of Kantara? What is the story of forests and how it is related to the mythology? In terms of generalization of the film, which went on to become a pan-India sensation, what has happened, as happens in a lot of films, is that as you grow, the